Well, for hikers visiting the Gorge Metro Park, this, as you see here, it has really been a sight to behold for more than a century. This is the Gorge Dam you're looking at. But many believe it's time to remove the man-made structure from nature. It's an idea that has been talked about for quite some time, for about a few years now. The dam's future will be discussed at a meeting tonight, and Bob Jones has an early look at the plan.
The Gorge Dam was built in 1911 as a way to produce hydroelectricity to power trolleys and as a cooling water source for a coal-fired power plant. But Summit County Metro Park leaders say it no longer serves any useful purpose. If the power of water slips your mind, the rush of the Gorge Dam will remind you of its force. The 420-foot wide, 60-foot tall structure has a history in the falls and with resident Fred Tomei.
The history, I think a little about the history, and just it brings back some memories of when you were younger, when you were a kid running through here, you know, with your buddies or your friends.
But Mike Johnson, Chief of Conservation for Summit Metro Parks, believes the dam, with the long history, should become a distant memory within a few years.
The Gorge Dam currently has no benefits. It has no use at all.
Johnson says the dam is one of the largest unresolved impediments to restoring the water quality of the Cuyahoga River and prevents the free movement of fish upstream and downstream.
Dams also impound water, and for lack of a better word, the water behind the dam is stagnant.
A plan to be discussed at a meeting tonight includes removing about 1 million cubic yards of sediment trapped in the dam's pool.
The dam's been there 100 years, so it's accumulated about 100 years of sediment behind it. That's a lot.
The cost alone to remove the sediment is estimated at more than $100 million.
You just can't write a check for that kind of money. I don't know who's going to do that.
Local taxpayers shouldn't see, you're not going to see a change in your taxes associated with this. The project will be largely federally funded.
Johnson says 65% of the funding for the design and removal of sediment has already been secured. Dredging may start in 2024, with the dam itself possibly coming down in 2026. That would make the river free-flowing from Kent to Lake Erie, assuming the rest of the money needed for the big project flows in.
I would say that we are working with federal, state, and local entities to secure that. I do believe that it will be secured.
In Cuyahoga Falls, Bob Jones, News 5.
Okay, Bob, thanks. And the public meeting on the Gorge Dam starts in just a few minutes. You're coming up at 6 o'clock. It runs until 8 p.m. at the Cuyahoga Falls Natatorium.